All right, final leg, we're going to be talking about some of the pro athletes that have been really dominating this early February in 2019. So we took a look back at the pro athletes from January. We saw a lot of great performances. This month already, we've seen some huge performances specifically in the field events, but also in some of the other events as well. There's no World Indoor Championships this year, but the European Championships will be happening in about 2 weeks. So a lot of the European athletes will be prepping up for that. So let's jump into some of these top highlights that we've seen from the pro athletes in February. First off, the Millrose Games went down in New York City this past weekend. Huge meet every single year. Main focus is always those Wanamaker miles, but there are so many different events that also had some really high quality performances. First, in the men's 800 meters, we saw Michael Cerrone going against Donovan Brazier. Michael Cerrone just finishing in the NCAA. He chose to forego his last few years in the NCAA and go pro. Did not disappoint. He managed to run the #2 time in history in the 800 meters, 143.98. Just behind him, Donovan Brazier was not too far behind, 144.41, breaking that American record, moving him to #4 all time in the 800 meters. So really strong performances from those two guys. As long as they manage to stay healthy, we're going to see a lot more from them going into outdoors this year. Then moving over to the women's 800 meters, we saw Ajay Wilson. She said that she was going for that American record, and she did not disappoint. She managed to run 158.60, broke the American record. Huge performance. Of course, a world lead, so really strong from her. She said she's going to be running at USA Indoors in a couple weeks, so look for her to really dominate the field there. Now, in the men's shot put, Ryan Crouser, that 2016 Olympic champion, he did not disappoint. He managed to really dominate through 22.33 in that shot put. That moved him to #4 all time in the indoor shot put. So really strong performance. He's really getting back into the role of things, and we're going to see a lot more from him coming in 2019. Now, in the women's 100 meters, we saw English Gardner. She'd been suffering injuries for the past couple years, but she managed to come back here, win the indoor 60 meters at Millrose, 7.10, broke her personal best that she had from 2012 when she was running at the University of Oregon. So really strong comeback from her. We're going to see a lot more as long as she manages to stay healthy this year. Now, finally, in the Wanamaker mile, we saw Yomif Kejelcha. Everyone was hyping it up. He was going for that world indoor record in that mile. He managed to just miss it, running 348.46, just 0.01 off of that world record. So he said he's going to be going for another attempt at it this season. We're going to see a lot more from him. He's been dominating the indoor season. We're definitely going to see him dominate outdoors as well. Now, moving over to some other meets, we saw Iwa Swoboda. She was running in Germany a couple weeks ago, the 60 meters. She managed to run 7.08, a world lead in that 60-meter dash. We saw the NCAA athletes really dominating, and of course we saw English Gardner at Millrose, but she came out with the world lead. Again, 7.08, really strong performance from her. Then on the men's side in the 60 meters, we saw Reece Prescott of the UK and Arthur Cisse of Ivory Coast. They were running at the ISATF Berlin meet a couple weeks ago. They managed to both run 6.53 in the 60-meter dash, a personal best for both of these guys, #2 in the world this year. Prescott was given the win just by an edge, but really strong performances from these top two guys. Now, moving over to some field events, we saw Naoto Tobi of Japan. He was jumping in Germany in the high jump. He managed to jump 2.35 meters. That's a Japanese national record, a huge personal best for him. We're going to see a lot more from him. He's very young, very strong, and has a lot of potential, so look for him going into that outdoor seasons heading towards Doha this year. Now, Sam Kendricks, he's been dominating the indoor pole vault this year. He had the world lead. He improved upon it this weekend. He managed to jump 5.90. Again, another world lead for him. He's creeping up. He has a personal best of 5.93, so he's getting really close to that. We might see him eclipse that this indoor season. If not, we're going to see a lot more from him outdoors. Now, Yulimar Rojas, one of the biggest stories this past weekend. We saw her jumping in Madrid. She managed to jump 14.92 meters in the triple jump. A huge personal best for her. That's actually #12 all time in the indoor triple jump. That's actually the farthest jump that we've seen indoors since 2010. So a lot more coming from her. She took 2018 off due to injury, but she's going to be coming back. She already looks to be in the groove of things. So we'll see what she can do moving into outdoors this year. Now, sticking with the jumps, we saw Malaika Mihambo from Germany. She was jumping in Germany in that long jump. She managed to jump a personal best of 6.99 meters. Also a world lead, huge performance from her. She's going to be at those European Indoor Championships, so look to see if she can prove upon this jump, get over that 7-meter barrier potentially, and really go far in that long jump. Now, Maria Lasiskene of Russia, she's been absolutely dominating the high jump for so many years. She's continuing that role. She managed to jump 2.04 meters in the high jump, took the world lead that actually tied ties her personal best from last year indoors. So along with a couple others, she's going to be jumping at this European Indoor Championships. We're going to be looking to see what she can do and if she can really push the boundaries of the high jump. Finally, in the pole vault, we saw Anzelika Sidorova of Russia. She's been dominating the pole vault for the past couple years, holding her own with the top. This weekend, she managed to jump 4.91 meters in the pole vault. That moved her to number 4 all time in the indoor pole vault. A huge personal best for her. Actually, indoors or outdoors, she's number 5 all time. So look for her to continue improving. Also will be at those European Indoor Championships, and she's probably going to keep on rolling as we get to outdoors as well. So those are just some of the top highlights from the pros this February. Again, the European Championships are coming the first weekend in March, so look for a lot of athletes to really cap things off with some huge performances there. All right, so make sure you guys keep checking us out. Make sure you guys subscribe, and we'll be back again with another video very soon. Thanks.